Good morning. I'm Karen Taradas with Social You. It's time for What's Up Wednesday, where we come to you live every Wednesday morning, 10 a.m. Central, to talk about social media tips, tricks, and trends. We go live on Facebook and LinkedIn and YouTube. So any of those platforms, you're going to get some really awesome free content. And of course, we have free content everywhere, and each platform is unique. So it's like a fun game of what you're going to get when you're on a different platform. So this month today we are talking about email. At the end of this month, the next week, I'm going to start talking to you about holiday strategies and holiday advertising strategies, because it is time. If you are looking at your holiday plan by the first week of October, you're already behind. So we want to make sure that you guys are ready for that. So today we're going to talk about email. I am sure you have heard me say email is critical. It's the difference between owning a lead and renting a lead. I love social media. That's my wheelhouse. It's my bread and butter. It's what I've built my business on. However, it's still free, and these platforms can shut down literally on a dime. I don't know if Facebook or Instagram is down for even 15 minutes, people lose their minds. So if you have 10,000 followers on Facebook, that is awesome. But what do you do if Facebook goes away? Well, that's the difference between renting the lead and owning the lead when you have their email. So we're going to talk about the importance of having email marketing in place, but we're also going to talk about kind of how to get started and what you need to look for. So let's go ahead and take a look. 91% of Americans want to receive promotional emails. I find that a little high, but then I started digging into the numbers, and I'm just as guilty as anyone. I might have an online shopping problem, and I like to get emails about discounts and sales and coupons. I love that stuff. So does the rest of the world. So does the rest of America. 91% of US consumers read email every single day. Every email subscriber you have on your list is on average worth $1. Good morning, Leah. How are you? How's the McNuggets? What does that mean? It means that if you have 100 people on your email list, then they will make you $100 a month. This is just an industry standard across, well, not an industry standard, it's just a national average across all industries. So regardless of what industry you're in, as long as you are consistent with your email and you are asking for a call to action, you can generate $1 per email subscriber. That's why it's so important for you to work on that email list. Emails convert more than 3 times more than social media, which is not surprising at all because it goes directly to their inbox. For every dollar you spend on your email marketing plan, there is a $42 ROI. That means for every dollar you spend setting it up, sending it out, paying a team to do it for you, because of course we do that, you're going to get $42 back on average, which is one of the largest ROIs of any digital marketing ever. Emails, of course, they convert higher. 64% of decision makers read emails. So if you are selling business to business and you're concerned that email won't help you, it will. 70% of email readers will open from a brand based on an offer, deal, or discount. Remember like a second ago when I said coupons and sales? It works. 98% of consumers will not buy the first time they visit your website. And that surprises a lot of folks. You have this awesome promotion, you have the great ads set up and this awesome landing page, and then people go to the landing page and they don't do anything. Pretty normal. You have to build up that know, like, trust factor. Most cold, like if they're seeing you for the first time, 98% of people won't respond the first time they see you. It's like getting married on the first date. It's happens, I guess, but it's weird. So you have to be prepared to touch that contact more than once, and that's where your email comes in. A message is 5 times more likely to be seen in an email than via Facebook. So when you sign up for our emails, we send out weekly emails. I'm going to send you one of our highest ranking YouTube videos, one of our highest ranking blogs, and we're just adding a tip of the week. So it's information that's somewhere in our 6 platforms that we work on, but you don't have to go through all the different platforms to get some of the highest ranking content that we have. It comes directly to your inbox. And I love free stuff, so I'm all about sending free stuff and tips and stuff like that. And it has a higher ROI than most marketing channels okay, let me, hold on, caffeine. higher ROI than most marketing channels, with the highest ROI for the past 10 years, with the highest conversion. So that means among all digital marketing platforms and programs, it has the highest return on investment of anything for the last 10 years. So if you haven't started your email list, start today. If you're not starting today, the next best time to start is tomorrow, but you got to build your email list. We are getting more focused on building our email list, much to my team's horror. So we have been working on that for the last couple of weeks. You're going to see us doing more of that. So how do you get started? What if you don't have a list and you don't know where to start and you're overwhelmed? It's totally okay. Everybody starts from zero. So you're among, you're here with the rest of us. The first thing you want to do is gather and clean your email list. People who have given their consent for you to reach out to them. So if you have a customer base where they give you their emails for communication, you can use that. You can pull your customer list from your invoices. Like if you use QuickBooks, you can download those emails. If you have a Calendly, like our Calendly, when you sign up, it says you are agreeing to future communications. You can download your Calendly list. If you have an Eventbrite where you've done a free webinar, you can download that list. Anything where the people have pre-agreed to receive communications from you, you can cultivate that list and clean it up, remove your duplicates, and use it. I will warn you, AOL email addresses are notorious for spam. So if you see an AOL email, ditch it, get rid of it. It's not worth getting tagged for spam for the one individual email. I will also warn you, do not buy an email list. I get this question quite often. Well, why can't we just buy a list? Well, for starters, I have yet to find a company that sells emails that sells you the list. They rent you the list. So what happens is, let's say you rent a list. It's got 1,000 emails on it. Your open rate on a cold list will plummet from something like 16 to 20% to 1 to 2%. And the click-through rate's worse than that. And then when you're done with this email campaign, you have 0 emails to show for it because they don't allow you to keep the emails. You can't even see the emails. You send them your information and they send out the email for you. And that's a very expensive lesson in cultivating your own list. So if you do have the option to buy the list, don't do it. Okay, if you don't have a lead capture in place, you absolutely need to get one. And it doesn't have to be complicated. It can be a free download, access to a video, a free infographic. It can be a checklist. One of our best email leads that we've ever had is a Facebook checklist for you to check your Facebook page and see if you have everything you need for your business. Those work great. Something that we're using right now is SEO on the individual platforms and how to create an SEO plan for each individual platform. Because of course, every platform is different and different things work on different platforms. I like video, so we will use a hidden video on our YouTube channel. And when you sign up for your email with us, you get sent an email with a link to the video that you can watch over and over if that makes you happy. It's easy to upload. You don't have to have a ton of technical knowledge to be able to implement that. So you got to have a hook. You got to have a reason for people to give you their email. And here's just a side note. Don't say newsletter. Newsletter is, it literally repels people. Nobody wants your newsletter. Now, they do want to be educated, informed, and entertained, but they do not want a newsletter. So you can promise them coupons, if you, of course, keep your promise, but you can tell them they're going to get coupons or discounts or a tip of the week or whatever you promise them you need to deliver, but don't tell them newsletter. Newsletters I have a very negative connotation. The better the download, the more likely you are to get an email. If you bring a lead that is easily accessible elsewhere, people may not sign up for it. Or if it's confusing or if they don't fully understand what your offer is, any kind of confusion will kill it. So you want it to be as clear as possible. You then need to pick a platform to upload your list that you're going to use. I love MailChimp. It's my favorite. Of course, Constant Contact is still around, sadly, but you can use anything you'd like. Most providers, the first couple thousand emails are free. You don't have to start paying for the service until you get over 2,000 subscribers. So there's no cost associated with the actual service itself. You also want to use your social media to grow your list. Do not be afraid to straight up ask for people's emails. Now, you want to offer something for it. Hey, on Facebook, hey, if you're interested, if you will sign up for our email, we're going to give you this cool checklist, or we're going to give you this video about Facebook SEO, whatever it is, and then you have access to that, and it's your social media platform. So why not promote your own email stuff on there? That makes sense to me. You also are going to need to practice your subject lines. People won't read the email if they can't get past the subject line, so it really needs to resonate with them. Avoid filler, make it clear and concise, get to the point. Questions work really well, but it takes some practice. Most people do not come out of the gate with a good subject line. You have to do it for a while to get good at it. I think actually in Social University, we actually have a master list of 50 email subject lines that work, that can kind of get your head thinking about what you want to do and which direction you want to go. Let's see. You got to have great content. It's not going to do you any good if you are sending the same thing over and over. Real estate agents get a bum rap because there are agents who will send a listing. So every time you get an email, it's listing, listing, listing. Well, if I'm not buying a house, I'm not going to open that. I don't need to see that. But if I see a notice that says, if you haven't considered selling your house now, or do you want to know how much your house is worth? Yeah. Or do you want to know about fall decor? Sure. That I'm going to open. And that's exactly what you need. You need content that will get them to interact with you, to engage with you. So it can't be the same old thing every single time. You always need to include a strong call to action. People do not know what you want them to do. They can't read your mind. So if you want them to sign up for your Facebook page, tell them in the email. You can incentivize it if you want to. Hey, we're going to have a contest. And from all of our Facebook followers, if you go ahead and follow us on Facebook, next week we're going to draw for a $5 Starbucks card, whatever, however you want to do it. But you have to tell them what you want to do. Hey, if you want this tip, click here and watch this video. Hey, if you want this coupon for $5 off, click here to get the coupon. Whatever it is you want them to do, you have to tell them. It has to be very clear messaging. And of course, the last step, you have to analyze it and correct. So you have to figure out what's working for you. The average open rate for just across all industries is like 16%, 16.9%. The average through rate is 20%. So if you have an open rate of 80% and your click-through rate is 4%, something's wrong in the email. If you have a list of 1,000 people and your open rate is less than 10%, something's wrong with the subject line. So looking at those analytics can really tell you where the issue lies, but you have to check them. So you can send out somewhere between 2 and 4 emails, and then you have enough information to kind of make a decision to move forward. That is it for me today. That's all the email talk there is today about email marketing. Join me next week when we talk about holiday strategies. I am very interested always to know what you guys want to know. We are going to dig deeper into holiday themed, holiday giveaways, holiday nonprofits are huge, of course, in the holidays. Donations, donation drives. We're going to get into all of that in the next 30 days so that you guys are ready for the holidays. But I'm always interested to know what you want to know. What interests you? What can I bring to you that will help you grow your business? If you have a comment or a question, you can leave it in the comments. We do check these quite regularly. And until next week, I'm Kara Taradas, and I'm here to help. Thanks, guys.